busy people getting fit in Fulshear, Texas. Our aim is to help you look better, feel better, and perform better as quickly as possible. I'm your host, Bryan White with Blue Eagle Fitness and Nutrition. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Bryan?
Having a great day. It's a Wednesday. Normally we record on Tuesday, but today is Wednesday, and it's still a great day.
That's right. Hump day. I have a question for you on hump day, though.
Okay.
So, I live out here in the country.
Yes.
And sometimes when I drive into Katy, which I try to avoid as much as possible, I see new gyms and things, new ideas of gyms pop up. And
Okay.
we now have an Orange Theory in our neighborhood. I say neighborhood. Nothing's in my neighborhood.
Nothing's in your neighborhood.
You know what I mean?
Neighborhood. That closest gym is like 7 miles, 10 miles away from you.
Exactly. So we have some things that have kind of pushed towards our neighborhood. One of them is orange. It's called Orange Theory. The other one is F45.
Yep.
And I noticed these places cropping up out here, even towards my part of town, which is not remote, but more so.
Okay.
And so I'm wondering, what are those places? I've never been in one of those, mind you. But I'm wondering, what do they have that CrossFit doesn't have? In your opinion, as the owner of the gym, what do you think?
Sure.
What do they have that we don't have?
Okay. So I don't really think of it as what do they have and that we don't have. I pose I'm looking at your question slightly differently. So we just back up a little bit. CrossFit started a little over 20 years ago. So a guy named Greg Glassman had been a personal trainer at a big box gym, realized that he actually got fired. And he got fired because all of his personal training clients were actually coming to the gym. They were actually working out and they were getting results. And so the owner of the big box gym was like, what are you doing? We don't want anyone here. The whole point, our whole premise is based on charging people and them not showing up. And so Greg Glassman got fired from that job.
Funny.
So yeah, he gets fired and starts what ended up being called CrossFit. And the whole premise that Greg Glassman based his program methodology on was what works. So he had grown up, his childhood was in teen years were being a competitive level gymnast. And that's actually where the very first CrossFit workout, Fran, he actually came up with it as a teenager, helping him get better on a 2-minute routine on the rings. What is a workout he could do that would last about 2 minutes? That is constant, right? I mean, you watch a gymnast in the Olympics for a 2-minute routine. There's no rest, right? You just go for 2 minutes. And anyone who's done Fran or any other CrossFit workout knows that 2 minutes may not sound like a long time, but it actually is a long time when you're working through the whole process, right? Doing Fran is thrusters, 21, 59 thrusters and pull-ups. So that's where CrossFit was coming from. And so what he was doing was using things from gymnastics, using things from Olympic weightlifting, using things from powerlifting, from cardio work, anything that was helping people build muscle, burn fat, and get stronger. That is what CrossFit is. And CrossFit will continue being that way. And that's kind of one of the nice things, is that we're not stuck on a specific methodology. We know that CrossFit works. We know CrossFit works. The problem with CrossFit and the hard part with CrossFit is coaching. That is the hard part. That is something that actually limits the ability of CrossFit to grow. Is we have to have great coaches coach people. And so because if you're going to, in order to get the best results, you need to be lifting heavy. And I put heavy in quotes roughly more than 75 to 80% of your 1 rep max. You need to be lifting above those weights on a regular basis in order to get results. And the results of burning fat, building muscle, and getting stronger. I know I'm talking a lot and you were begging to come
I have
in.
a question. I wanted to stop you right there because you just said something, and this is my question. So, if I am, according to what you're saying, and according to the CrossFit programming, the workouts that we do, if I'm coming in on a consistent basis, and that means every day, are you saying 5 days? Or are you saying, can I get these results in 3 days?
Yeah. Okay. So with that question, if we're looking to change, if you are looking to change your body composition, 5 days a week is what needs to be on your mind.
Okay. So if I am coming in 5 days, you are saying that as an athlete, I should be able to burn fat, gain strength, and what was the third thing you said?
Build fat,
muscle.
build muscle, and gain strength. Yes.
So I should be able to do all 3 of those things with the programming that we have in place right now at our gym, correct?
Yes, with one caveat, which is if your nutrition is off base, then I mean, so if we look at the CrossFit pyramid, at the very base is nutrition. That is the base. If your nutrition is not where it needs to be, then we're going. If you're not eating enough protein, you cannot build muscle. If you are eating too many calories than what your body needs, you will store fat. I mean, you know, that is the base of the pyramid. If your nutrition is off, then yes, working out will help it. Working out will help you, but we're not going to be able to change the body composition in the way you want as quickly as you want.
Okay, I have another quick question.
Sure.
So what, if you could put a percentage on the nutrition piece and the CrossFit, because I'm going to take your word and do the 5 days a week. Sometimes I'm going to get that 6th day in there.
Love it.
And I'm for sure going to pat myself on the back on those
absolutely.
weeks, right?
But your real question is, what's the minimum I have to do on nutrition?
my question is, what percentage would you put on the nutrition piece, and what percentage of me coming in every day and working out? So nutrition is X amount of me getting this result where I want to burn fat and I want to build muscle and build strength. The nutrition piece is this much percent of that.
Well, okay. So
as a ballpark. Asking for a friend.
I know. I'm well aware of where you're coming from. And I've had this conversation a lot of, hey, I will come to the gym. I will work out. But I want to, how much can I ignore my nutrition? And the answer is, it's super simple. If your body composition is not currently changing, then if you are working out 5 days a week and your body composition is not changing, we need to focus more on nutrition while still maintaining that 5 days a week. Okay. I mean, this is a results driven conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't answer it for everyone, right? And tell you here's your percent, whatever that would even mean, right? But I can tell you that if you're working out 5 days a week, and there are health benefits, right? Moving through a full range of motion, we're still going to be able to build some muscle. We're still going to burn some fat because we're burning calories. That's still going to happen. But if you have this target, if you're a woman at 30% body fat and you want to get down to 18% body fat, and instead you've been doing this for 6 months and your body fat percentage goes from 30 to 31 or 32, right? We need to fix the nutrition. And the struggle in that conversation is people always tell me when I ask, how is your nutrition? Oh, it's pretty good. Well, if we need to lose 40 pounds, then I can tell you that your nutrition is not pretty good, right? So that's I'm hoping that answers your question.
So the next question that any female that probably walks in the door, I'm speaking for all females in America right now, is going to be, if I want to go from 30, let's say I'm at 30,
Okay.
and I want to drop 5 percentage points. I want to go from 30 to 25, or say I'm at 25 and I want to go to 20. If I do the things you say,
yeah,
how long is that going to take me? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's
So
what every woman wants to know. How long is that going to take?
Sure. And I'm going to have to rely on the experience that we've delivered in the gym, right? Some people want this quick fix, and we don't promise a quick fix. We're not losing 30 pounds in 30 days. There's 0% chance of that happening. Okay. Losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is a reasonable expectation, recognizing that if you need to lose 50 pounds, then you might lose those first 10 pounds in 5 weeks. So that's losing 2 pounds a week in the first 5 weeks. But if the next 20 pounds that you lose may be coming down to 1 pound a week. Okay. So, now we're talking about first 10 weeks, and then 20 weeks, now 30 weeks, to lose the 30 pounds, something like that. I might have messed up my math just real quick, but it might be 25 weeks. So we're talking about 6 months to lose 30 pounds, something like that. But keep in mind that our program, I mean, it's my favorite part about the Success Wall, is that this is not a quick fix program, which also means that the results we deliver are sustainable. My favorite part about the Success Wall is when you look at the Success Wall, people 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years later continue to maintain those results. The weight doesn't pop back on because we got off the magic diet. Put that in quotes for anyone who can't see me.
Or the magic shots or pills or
the
whatever.
pills or the shot, or whatever the magic potion is. We don't do magic potions, and the benefit to not using magic potions is that the results we deliver are sustainable.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I love it. And I love the fact that I can go in, do a workout, and look back and say, oh my gosh, I improved my time by 5 seconds over last time I did this 6 months ago. Or I did, 5 more reps than I did last time we did this workout. Or, hey, I wasn't feeling that good today, but I maintained and did the same that I did last time with this workout.
And actually,
it's nice to have that.
You're getting into the original question, which is what separates CrossFit from all of these other options, whether it's F45, Orange Theory, Camp Gladiator, Barry's Boot Camp, which is CrossFit is measurable and repeatable. When I started my fitness journey, I was doing Body Attack. Did you ever do Body Attack? No.
Les Mills?
Les Mills, yeah. Les Mills. Body Attack, Body Combat,
Body Pump.
Body Pump. Yeah, Body Pump. There you go. Body Pump. Did it at the Y, showed up, had a crew, great community. It was a great community. It was cheaper, right? It's cheaper than what you're going to do at Blue Eagle. And we had a coach. Again, I'm putting coach in quotes for anyone who can't see me, because it wasn't a coach. A coach helps you get better. We had an entertainer up at the front, and she was great. I still keep in touch with her. Great person, love her. Full of energy, enthusiastic, cared about her people. But she didn't coach me. She didn't say, Bryan, you're not squatting below parallel, which I wasn't. I guarantee you I wasn't, because I ended up starting CrossFit later, going from Les Mills into CrossFit, and they put a barbell on my back, it was a PVC pipe, put a PVC pipe, and they said squat, and I squatted, and they were like, get lower. And I'm like, this is as low as I can go. I literally cannot go lower. And I spent 2 years at the Y doing Body Attack thinking I was getting fitter when I couldn't even squat below parallel, right? That's a problem. And yet my quote unquote coach never pointed that out, right? Never said, hey, Bryan, what are you doing? That's terrible. Much less posture, knees out over the pinky toes, send the hips back, drive the hips up on the way. I mean, forget all the technical pieces. I mean, they never even mentioned, hey, Bryan, you look like like an 80-year-old who's decrepit and you need to fix that.
I think people would be surprised to know as coaches how much time we spend talking about and learning to be better coaches. I think people would be truly surprised by that, especially in our gym. I feel like as coaches, we spend a lot of time training ourselves on how to be better, how to be better coaches, how to be better with our athletes, how to be better communicators. And I think people would be surprised to know that about us. I really do. And then one other quick thing about Les Mills. You know how long I did Les Mills?
How long?
1 week. 1 week. You want to know why?
Why?
You want to know why?
I do.
They do the same routine every day.
Correct.
I went in the second day and I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And it was the same thing. I was like,
that's right.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm out.
So another funny story about Les Mills, when I was going to Body Attack, and there were two instructors, and they looked phenomenal. Like, they are in phenomenal shape. And I asked, hey, is this what you do to be in phenomenal shape? Absolutely, yes. This is what we do. So eventually, I find CrossFit. That's a different story. I started personal training. I come to my first Saturday class where a bunch of people were there. Guess who was there?
The Les Mills instructors.
The Les Mills, if you want to know how Les Mills instructors get fit, it is not actually by doing Les Mills workouts. Awesome. So doing CrossFit and then coaching or leading the Les Mills workouts.
Tricky.
Yes.
Tricky.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
To answer your original question, I'm not sure we did, but what separates CrossFit from these other options? If your option is to sit on the couch, then any option besides that is a good option. Okay. But as I mentioned before, what separates, especially us at Blue Eagle, what separates us is the coaching that we deliver. Like, we deliver results through coaching. We are going to help you move better and move safer than you either would on your own or in one of these other scenarios, right? And one of these other options for you. And that's hard because finding good coaches is expensive, right? So you have, like, F45 is owned by Mark Wahlberg, okay? And he and Orange Theory and other breakoffs, they looked at CrossFit and said, okay, expanding CrossFit with the need for great coaches is hard. So what are the other options? So you have a place like F45 where you watch videos, right? You watch a video, you do what's in the video, and that's the bulk of their fitness program. And it's similar at other places, which is, how do we not invest money in coaches, but we invest more money in equipment than you would in a normal CrossFit gym. We put it in a retail space that's going to be usually air conditioned, and get more masses in and just get them moving, which is better than them not moving, right? Which is true. But the downside is it's not measurable and it's not repeatable, right? You're not comparing, you're not tracking your progress in these other options. So those are the two big differences. Number one is coaching, right? We're going to have coaches who are in your personal bubble, right? And helping you move better, and guiding you that way. And then secondly, it's, making workouts that are measurable and repeatable so that we can see your progress. This is why when you do a workout, your coaches ask, what were your results, so we can input it into Wodify and compare it. And we see, as a gym, right, we see everyone trending upward. Everyone is getting stronger. Everyone is getting faster. Now, you may have an off day, right? Or, like in my case, we did a workout on Saturday that I've done like 4 or 5 times, and I set a PR on that 2 years ago. Well, and I remember that day. I was crushing it. It was a great day. And I remember doing that workout and thinking, I'm never going to be able to match, which never is a strong word, but I knew that that was a really good day 2 years ago. And that happens too, right? But we look at trends, right? I know I am stronger than I was, 7 years ago and 6 years ago and 5 years ago, even though I'm older, right? I'm stronger now at 46 than I was at 38, right? Which is not typical. Most people lose strength from the time they go from 38 to 46. So I hope that answers your question.
It did. I'm a believer. And so, yeah, it does. It answers my question. I love it. I'm definitely stronger in my 50s than I was in my 40s for sure. And so I love the variety. I love the variety, and I love the people. And for me, that's what sets it apart from any other gym I've been a part of or workouts that I've done. And it's been a lot. And so I hope other people see the value in that too. Cause I think we're pretty awesome as a gym.
Sure.
But as CrossFit in general, I do. I love the programming. I love the gymnastics pieces. Those are tricky. Those are harder, challenging, but something else to strive for. So
yeah, and we do it not only we know that making your muscles move in a different way keeps you stronger, but it also requires your brain to be more active. And the more that your brain can be more active, right, that helps your whole body, not just move better and look better, but also feel better, right? Your brain wants to be engaged in new activities. So
absolutely,
that's why we have a day like today, which was very gymnasty, where some hollow rocks, bike, handstand push-ups. Those were my favorite. I was really trying to optimize my hands, test myself more on the handstand push-ups today. Doing
yeah.
those. And then rope climbs. That was I knew that. Rope climbs and handstand push-ups, right? To keep your whole body and mind engaged.
I love it. Well, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Nancy. I appreciate the conversation.
Thanks, Bryan.
Yep. Have a great day.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
You can get every episode of Busy People Getting Fit wherever you listen to your podcast or on YouTube. You can also reach us at busypeoplegettingfit.com. Until next time, thank you for listening.